Have you ever taken a film photo and wanted to see it right then, but you couldn't? I have, and that's why I built this. It's a MagSafe attachment for your phone that lets you take photos like this, this, and this on any app, and it just attaches just like that. This all started a couple years ago when I had the exact same idea. How do you get photos that look like film without having to spend film money and take film amount of time to get your photos back? And there's actually 3 different solutions. So one, you can do it all in post. You can use like Photoshop and Lightroom and whatever else in order to just edit your photos, which is cool and it does work, but it takes a lot of time and it's kind of expensive. You can also download an app on your phone and then you can use that to like emulate film styles and everything else. And that's super cool, but I didn't want to for just whatever reason. I have too many apps on my phone. I wanted to work on like Instagram and TikTok and whatever else. So I moved on to option 3, which is Dispo lenses. If you haven't seen these before, they're basically taking the little lens element out of a disposable camera and then adding it onto a E-mount or Sony mount, Canon mount, whatever, so that it works on your camera. And I printed a couple of these because I have 3D printers at home and they work good. I just don't like carrying a camera around. So I was wondering, can I do this for iPhone? And so I tried. And there's an Instagram reel that you guys can watch later if you want that shows what happened. But basically, it just turned my iPhone camera into a microscope. Basically, it just zoomed in really far. So I gave up on the idea and I just walked away from it for a couple years now. And then last week, I saw this video on YouTube where a guy was basically doing the same thing as a Dispo lens, but he was using the viewfinder, the actual like portion that your eye sees through, in order to make the lens. Which, in case you've never tried it before, if you stick your iPhone up to the viewfinder on like one of these disposable cameras, it can see through it and it doesn't just zoom in 1,000 times like my last attempt at doing this. So I was like, I gotta make this. So what I did was I took one of these disposable cameras, I tore it down so it looks like this on the inside, and I stripped out the actual lens element, so the front lens and the back of the viewfinder, and created a little 3D printed box that you then can use to just attach to your phone. So I was just kind of holding it loosely against the back of my iPhone, and it works. It's just that it can fall out of your pocket. You can lose it super easy. So I wanted it to be attached better. So basically, I took a 3D printer, printed out this flexible TPU case, added some magnets inside of it. And in case you've never seen MagSafe before, it's just a way for you to charge your phone wirelessly. So it like holds onto your phone and then charges instead of you having to put it on like a wireless charging pad, and it doesn't work very well. So I made a case that has magnets inside of it. And then I made this adapter that allows you to super easily attach the lens to the back of your phone just like that. So it's in your pocket. You want to take a normal photo that doesn't look all filmy and stuff. You just take it right off and you slap it back on. And it's not the thinnest thing right here with the lenses, but it's only about, I don't know, less than an inch. It's not too bad. It's definitely pocketable still. And it makes photos that look like this. These are probably the top 10, 20 that I liked. And it just kind of shows some examples of it. If you want to make this project yourself, all the files for it are down in the description. And if this gets popular, I am happy to make it for more phones, but right now I'm pretty happy with it working on just this one for now. It was a lot of work to get here. I also wanted to give a massive shout out to Jason at Total Element and Casey at Process One. Jason was able to help me out with getting all the MagSafe magnets required for this project. They honestly have the best MagSafe magnets that I've used out of any supplier that I've looked at so far. And I've looked at several. They're very, very good. And then Casey at Process One helped me out all the way back in 2023 by providing me with about 10 of these Kodak FunSaver shells that have already been used by customers. So there's no film inside of them. And I just needed the lens elements. But I got like 10 of them for like $15. I just paid shipping. So massive shout out to them as well. Links to both companies will be down in the description. Thanks for watching and hope you have a great day.